Okay, I'm going to quickly show you how to set up your practice. Once you log in, you may see just your office. You would just click this little folder on the far right hand side, and then you're able to set up your practice by putting practice name information in. You don't need to fill out everything. However, it's important that you put your address and things like that because that's what we use if you're going to use our recall and reminders, if you're going to use our online scheduler. If you are going to use those things, it's important that you create your own URL. So you can put anything here. You could put, you know, whatever your practice is called, and your URL will be .appointment.web.getplano.com, and you would check availability. This would be the same thing for your walk-in. We have the capability to allow people to sign up for a walk-in appointment on that specific day. We'll talk about that in a later video. So whatever you put here, you may want to put something different here. So above you might call your practice one thing, below you might say, Walmart Vision Center, and your address may be different, your telephone may be different. This is what patients are going to see. So what you would do is click next here, and then you would set up your calendar. So what days you're open or closed. If you're closed on Mondays, you would set up your start and end times, your lunch break if you have one, and you can do this for all the days of the week. Next, you're going to set up your appointment types. Now, you may see two to start off with. You can just change the names. So you may start off by calling it a glasses exam, or you might call it a comprehensive eye exam. You can choose to put a dollar amount in, a length, and a description. And then when you set up for the first time, you may not see these additional buttons here. Don't worry. This is the paid version. If you want to show the information on your online scheduler, you would select this. And if you want to show the cost to patients who are booking online, you would simply turn it on. Next, you would invite all the staff members. So this could be doctors, this could be, other staff members. So you would just designate who they are, what role they're going to be playing in the office, and then their email address. And then you can just keep hitting the plus sign to add more or delete folks if they leave your practice. When you click save and net, you don't have to email each one of these individually. Just set everyone up and then hit save and next, and our system will automatically send them an invite to get started. It's important that you ask folks to check their spam or promotional folders because sometimes the emails will go there. The next thing is to configure your CPT codes. You don't need to do this. We already have this information in our system, but if you would like, you can set this up here by just putting in different codes and putting how much you charge for those codes. Your insurances, of course, you're going to set that up. This will form a drop down, and it will also show up on your online scheduler as well if you choose. Like if you don't want to show Spectera, that you take Spectera on your online booking, you just don't click it. Again, you may not see this row. This is a paid feature. But this is important to enter all your insurances because when your staff is booking appointments, they'll be able to select one of these from the menu. Lastly, we are going to put in a Google Place ID. We show you how to find that ID. You would just click this button. Let's say it's a practice in Charlotte, North Carolina. The first thing you would do is type in Charlotte, North Carolina, and then type in your practice name next. So type in like Vision Source Studio 2020, and then what you're going to find here, let's expand this, is your place ID. You just copy this and paste it. Now, why this is important is if you can put anything here if you don't have a place ID. You can just put XXX and move on. If you do have it, It's great because we can send reviews to your practice. So we will show that on a later video. That's also a paid service that you can actually have our system send your patients after the exam an email that asks them to review your practice. Now for the fun part, you select what you want. If you just want the free EHR and the calendar to manage appointments, you would toggle this on. If you want to have the free EHR and all the other features like online scheduling and sending reviews, it's $49 a month. If you want to have all of those things that I just described, plus you want to have recalls and reminders sent through text and email, you would click our premium.